Good morning and welcome to Circle Time. Sue, come out and say hi to all our friends. They're back. We hope you had a great weekend. And I also hope you got a chance to watch yesterday our Sunday school online lesson on Simeon and Anna. Well, today in our circle time, we're going to be doing letter P. P is for peacock. A peacock is a beautiful bird. We'll learn more about a peacock today in our science moment. But right now, we need to figure out what day it is. So, Sue, you can have a seat. And we'll feed Fred, and we'll do our calendar time. Hi, Fred. There's Fred right there. There you go, Fred. There's some fish food for you. Well, now that we've checked on Fred and fed Fred, we can turn around and check and see what day it is. The month is April. Can you say April? April. Let's reach into our can and see how we will count today. In our giant voices, can you make a really giant voice as we count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Today is April 17th. Can you say that in your big giant voice? April 17th. Good job. Well, if you go all the way up to the top of the calendar, you can see that today starts with the letter M. Letter M says, So what day is it today? It's Monday. Very good. It's Monday. Let's sing our Days of the Week song.
Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. There's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday.
Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. There's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday.
Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week.
Well, it is time to check the weather, so look outside and see what your weather is like today. Maybe you're having a sunny day or a rainy day or a cloudy or windy day. When I do like this with my microphone, just shout out whatever your weather is. What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? It is out today. It is out today. Well, let's dress Weather Bear. Weather Bear, we're going to put on a pair of pants for you. And we'll put on a t-shirt. And what is the season, everyone? Spring. The season is still spring. Well, that was our calendar and weather time. And now it's time for our letter of the day. Today's letter is the letter P. If your name has letter P, stand up. If your name has letter P, stand up. If your name has letter P, if your name has letter P, if your name has letter P, stand up. Yay! To all those friends with letter P in your name. Well, today P is for peacock. A peacock is a beautiful bird with feathers that just spread out wide. God made some very creative animals, but I tell you, the peacock is probably one of the most creative. Don't you think? They're beautiful. We're going to look at a picture of a real peacock in just a moment. But they have blue, the male peacocks have blue bodies, and their feathers are so colorful, green and purple. There's orange on there and blue. Well, I hope you can make a letter P peacock today. That's how you can decorate your letter P. And then once you get it decorated, you can practice writing letter P. So I'm going to show you that. To write a letter P, you just need to think about bubbles. One bubble. Let me blow some bubbles for us. Okay, now I need to catch one. Oh. I didn't catch one fast enough. I'm going to have to blow some more bubbles. Blow one up high and see if I can catch it. Got it. So that is what letter P looks like. One bubble. Can you do that? Can you make a number 1 and then a bubble? I'll show you. Start with number 1 and then blow a bubble upstairs. That's how you write letter P. Make a 1. And then we're going to blow a bubble upstairs like that. So make number 1 and then blow a bubble upstairs. 1 bubble. 1 bubble. Well, that's the big letter P. And now I'm going to show you the little letter P. But first, I need to blow some more bubbles. Let me catch it. Oh, got it. That's the little letter P. It's the same. The only difference is you're going to put that bubble downstairs. Everything just kind of slides down. 1 bubble. But we're going to, on the handwriting house sheet, start downstairs, and then we're going to go all the way into the basement, and our bubble goes downstairs this time instead of upstairs. Just slide everything down. 1 bubble. 1 bubble downstairs. Well, that is the little letter P. I want to cheer for you because I know that you are doing a great job listening and learning, maybe even practicing your letter P's. I'm using my pink and purple pom-pom, and here's a purple sticker for your handwriting paper. Well, now we know what letter P looks like. We know how to write letter P. So it's time to talk about the sound that letter P makes. Letter P makes this sound. Put your lips together and make them pop open. Just have like a puff of air come out of your mouth. You try. It kind of sounds like popcorn popping. Bounce up and down just a little bit. That's our motion for the letter P. Every letter has a motion or a hand motion. Letter P's motion is just to bounce a little bit. Pop, 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 like popcorn popping. Well, I have a popcorn bucket right here, and we're going to play a little game. It's called the popcorn game. You can make a game like this if you want to and play it today. So I'm going to pull out a card, and if it's the letter P, I want you to pop up out of your chair. But if it's not letter P, don't pop up, okay? All right, here we go. Pop up. That's letter P. Let's do the next one. No, don't pop up. It's letter P. That's letter P. No, don't pop up. Oh, no. Letter P. Letter P again. Well, good job recognizing letter P. And P says, like popcorn. Well, P is for peacock. And for your art project today, you can make a peacock with colorful feathers. I just cut out some long ovals and I just stuck them all around the back using glue. And I just drew a simple peacock body and I put a little beak on there. Now, peacocks aren't exactly all these colors, but they are pretty colorful. For science today, we're going to learn about some peacocks or a peacock. So take a look at this. All right, so this is a peacock. It's a bird. Look how beautiful. Actually, the peacock is the boy or the male. The male is colorful. So right here, I've circled a peacock. But this is actually the girl peacock, and we don't call her a peacock. Her real name is a peahen. So the girl peacock is a peahen, and you can see that her colors are not quite as bright as the male peacock. So the boy peacock is called a peacock. The girl peacock is called a peahen, and the baby peacocks are called peachicks. A peacock has beautiful feathers. If you look closely at a peacock's feathers, you can see at the ends of them are these oval shapes. They can be green and orange and different shades of blue. They're so beautiful. But there are some peacocks that are white. A peacock can spread his feathers out really wide. Or he can close them up and make a long train behind himself. A peacock eats seeds, plants, insects, and small reptiles. Well, that was our science moment, and now it's time for us to read a story. And the name of our book today is 3 Hens and a Peacock. This story was written by Lester Lamanek. Things were quiet on Tucker's farm. The cows chewed their cud, the hens clucked and pecked and laid their eggs. The old hound stretched out on the porch, watching and listening. Once in a while, someone would stop to buy tomatoes or corn or perhaps a quart of milk. Nothing unusual happened there until that peacock showed up. The cows and the hens and the old hound kept right on doing what they'd always done, but that peacock had never lived on a farm. He had no idea what to do, so he spread his fancy feathers and set to shrieking. Shrieking means the noise that a peacock makes. Eventually, the peacock wandered down the road. When cars whizzed by, he shook his feathers and cried out in his loudest voice. Of course, folks stopped for a closer look. Day after day, more folks stopped to admire the peacock, and they all bought tomatoes and corn and eggs and milk. Business on Tucker's farm was booming. But trouble was brewing in the hen house. The hens were squawking, clucking, and flapping their wings. We do all the work around here. I'd like to see that peacock lay one single egg. Exactly. He struts around screaming. I suppose fancy feathers are more important than laying eggs. The peacock had heard every word. For days he moped about, moaning and groaning. I wish I could be more useful around here. Huh, clucked one hen. The others ruffled their feathers. The old hound stretched and slowly raised his head. Why not let the peacock stay here to be useful, while you hens take the glamorous job down the road? The 3 hens began clucking to one another. Oh, what a wonderful plan. Yes, it's a fabulous idea. Oh, ladies, we simply must fancy up our feathers tonight, and nothing but our brightest beads, bangles, and bows. We'll stop traffic for sure. Why, you girls know I can strut with the best of them." The Peacock perked up. "Let's do it," he declared. "Tomorrow I'll stay here and sit on a nest and cluck." "And we'll get all gussied up," said the hens. "We'll be so glamorous." At sunrise the next morning, the hens strutted down to the road. The Peacock marched right to the hen house and poked his head inside. The hens flocked by the road waiting for a car. When they saw one approaching, they clucked and squawked and flapped their wings in a flurry of feathers, but every car just whizzed right by them. The Peacock sucked in his tummy and wiggled from left to right, trying to squeeze through the tiny hen house door. His front half was in, but his back half was out. Down by the road, those hens tried every chicken trick they knew. Still no cars stopped. Finally, the Peacock made it to the hen house. He held his breath and pushed with all his might, but no matter how hard he tried, he could not lay a single egg. Not one. The old hound stretched out on the porch, watching and listening. "What's that Peacock doing in the hen house?" asked Farmer Tucker. "Who knows?" said Miss Tucker. "And what are those hens doing down by the road? Not one of them is up here laying eggs." "Well, the way things are going, we aren't likely to have anyone buying eggs today," said Farmer Tucker. "We need that Peacock down there stopping cars." When the Peacock heard that, he smiled the biggest smile you ever saw in a bird's beak. "I am helping," he thought. He squirmed back and forth until he popped out of the cramped hen house. Then he trotted off to find the hens. The exhausted hens were all clucked out. Every feather was out of place. What a day! We couldn't get one car to stop. It's true, why most of them didn't even slow down. The Peacock met the hens as they trudged up the road. "I can tell you I'm no good at laying eggs," he said. "I'm just not meant for it." One hen nodded. "I put on the stellar strut, and I couldn't stop a single car. I have to hand it to you, Fancy Feathers. Your job is harder than it looks." The other hens agreed. The Peacock looked relieved. So the hens marched back to the hen house, and the Peacock strutted down to the road. The old hound stretched out on the porch, watching and listening, and things were quiet again on the Tuckers' farm. The end. Well, they discovered they were useful in their own ways, just the way God designed them. Well, I hope you had a great day today with letter P is for Peacock. Come back tomorrow because Q is for quack, 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 and we'll talk about ducks. Goodbye, friends. See you tomorrow. Have a great day.